You are listening to SDO Isabela Radio-Based Instruction.
Learning never stops in Math Eskwela, your school on air.
Your partner in achieving fun learning experiences. Let's listen, enjoy, and have fun in learning mathematics. Stay tuned.
New day, new start. Hello there, my dear grade 8 learners. We are about to begin another electrifying and enjoyable episode in Mathematics 8. This is your school on air for Math Eskwela. I am teacher Eldridge Janvan C. Layugan, your mathematics teacher for today. Prepare yourselves for the next half hour of our Mathematics 8 lesson that will surely nourish your minds. Prepare your passports as we are about to explore the amazing world of mathematics. Are you feeling good today, grade 8 learners? Awesome! It's good to hear that you are doing great. Before we start our lesson for today, be sure that you have a comfortable place to listen at. Stay at home always. Be sure to practice safety health protocols like wearing face masks, washing of hands, and sanitizing often to keep you protected. Be safe, learners. Brace yourselves, everyone, for one thing is for sure. You will enjoy a fun-filled and informative episode for today.
Yay!
Before we start our lesson, be sure to have all your things with you, like your modules, pen, paper, and extra sheets of paper for jotting down notes. You can also bring your snacks with you to keep your energy at its fullest for the next half hour. Will you bring out your module in Mathematics 8? I am pretty much sure that you are very excited. Today, we are going to discuss linear inequalities into variables. Moreover, you are expected to differentiate linear inequalities into variables from linear equations into variables. You are also expected to illustrate and graph linear inequalities into variables. Are you ready, learners? Let's bring it on! Before we start our lesson for today, let us first a brief review of the past lesson in the last episode. What is the previous topic all about? Very good! The last lesson is all about solving systems of linear equations into variables. What are the several ways to solve linear equations into variables? I repeat, what are the several ways to solve linear equations into variables? Very well said. We have substitution method and the elimination method. How do we use substitution method? Excellent. When using the substitution method, we use the fact that if two expressions x and y are of equal value, then x may replace y or vice versa in another expression without changing the value of the expression. How about if we will be using the elimination method? I repeat, how about if we will be using the elimination method? Superb! The objective of the elimination method is to eliminate one of the variables to find the other variable. This method requires us to add two equations or subtract one from another in order to eliminate either one of the variables. Oftentimes, one may not proceed with the addition directly without first multiplying either the first or the second equation by some value. We are now done with a recap of the previous lesson in Mathematics 8. Brace yourselves for another venture of Mathematics 8. Are you all excited? I am very much sure that you are all excited. As we go through this episode, you will learn about linear inequalities. Moreover, you will also learn how to illustrate and graph linear inequalities. Let's go! Are you still there, my grade 8 learners? Great! Kindly bring out your Module 1 in Mathematics 8 and open it on page 6. I repeat, bring out your Module 1 in Mathematics 8 and open it on page 6. Let's have the activity entitled Be My Partner. All you have to do is to match the verbal statement in column A with its corresponding mathematical statement in column B. Here are the choices for this activity. For letter A, 14 minus n less than n. For letter B, 2 times x plus 7 is greater than or equal to 9. For letter C, 14 plus x is greater than 24. For letter D, 7 plus x is equal to y. And for letter E, 14x plus 7 is less than or equal to 18. Lastly, for letter F, 7 plus x is greater than y. I repeat, letter A, 14 minus n is less than n. For letter B, 2 times x plus 7 is greater than or equal to 9. Letter C, 14 plus x is greater than 24. For letter D, 7 plus x is equal to y. For letter E, 14x plus 7 is less than or equal to 18. And for letter F, 7 plus x is greater than y. Okay, number 1, 14 more than a number x is greater than 24. Very good. The answer is C. Number 2, 7 increased by a number x is equal to y. I repeat, for number 2, 7 increased by a number x is equal to y. Exactly, that is D. Number 3, twice the sum of a number x and 7 is at least 9. I repeat, twice the sum of a number x and 7 is at least 9. Okay, it is B. Number 4, 7 more than the product of 14 and a number x is less than or equal to 18. I repeat, 7 more than the product of 14 and a number x is less than or equal to 18. Alright, the answer is E. Lastly, a number m subtracted from 14 is less than n. I repeat, a number m subtracted from 14 is less than n. Exactly, that is letter A. Now, what did you observe with the given examples? Okay, some uses equal signs while some mathematical statements use less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. The mathematical statements that use equal signs are called equations, while the mathematical statements that uses less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to are called inequalities. What else have you observed? Excellent! Some of the mathematical statements have two variables. Alright, kindly give yourselves 3 claps. Are you still with me, my dear grade 8 learners? Very good. Let us now differentiate linear equations into variables from linear inequalities into variables. There are 3 points of differences for linear equations and linear inequalities. These two can be different in terms of their standard form, verbal phrases, and its mathematical symbols, characteristics of their graphs, graphical forms, and effects of multiplying or dividing the expressions by a negative number. The standard form of the linear equation is ax plus by is equal to c, while the standard form of linear inequalities can be any of the following. Ax plus by is less than c, or ax plus by is greater than c. Ax plus by is greater than or equal to c, or ax plus by is less than or equal to c. Lastly, it can also be ax plus by is not equal to c. There is also difference in the characteristics of their graph. The graph of linear equations is a straight line, while the graph of a linear inequalities is plane or half plane. The graphical solutions of linear equations is a set of points, while the graphical solutions of linear inequalities is a region of points bounded by a line. Lastly, they also differ in effects in multiplying or dividing the expressions by a negative integer. For linear equations, the equality symbol is not changed, while for linear inequality, the inequality symbol is reversed. We are done in differentiating linear equations from linear inequalities. Okay, my dear grade 8 learners, let us now graph linear inequalities. For linear inequalities, the graph is a region or half plane, and the line defines the boundary of the shaded region. The shaded region represents the solution sets of the linear inequality. There are 6 steps in graphing linear inequalities into variables. Let us have the equation 2x plus y is less than 6 as an example. The first step is to transform the inequality into the slope-intercept form. What is the slope-intercept form of 2x plus 3y is less than 6? Okay, the slope-intercept form of the inequality is y is less than negative 2/3 x plus 2. Second step is to get the slope and the y-intercept of the given inequality. Based on the inequality, what is its slope? The slope is negative 2/3. How about the y-intercept? Precisely. The y-intercept is 2. Third step is to locate the slope and y-intercept on the Cartesian plane. First, draw the Cartesian plane. The ordered pair for the y-intercept is 0 and 2. Since the slope is defined as the rise over run from the point of 0 and 2, the rise is 2 units up and the run of 3 units to the left because of a negative slope having the point -3 and 4. So we have the points 0 and 2 and 3 and 4. Fourth step is to connect the points we have located for the third step. Take note, class, that in connecting the points, you will use a dash or broken line when the inequality uses greater than or less than symbol, but if the inequality uses greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, a solid line will be used to connect the points. In our example, the symbol used is less than. So what line will be used? Very good. We will be using broken line. For step number 5, we will determine which part or region is to be shaded by testing points or substituting the points to the given inequality. The points to be tested will be above or below the line. The test point that will satisfy the given inequality will be shaded region of the graph. Can you give me a point above the line? For instance, that point that we'll be using is -1 and 4, having x as -1 and y is 4. If you will continue or if you will substitute the values to the given inequality, will the values satisfy the inequality? No, the values will not satisfy the given. Now, kindly give the values below the line. For instance, we'll have point 0 and 0. Will this satisfy the given? Alright, the point below the line will satisfy the given inequality. With that, you will shade the region below the line. Did you understand our lesson? Excellent! For more examples, you may refer to the other given examples on pages 11 to 16 of your Module 2 in Mathematics 8. Are you still with me, grade 8 learners? I am very much sure that you are. That concludes our discussion on linear inequalities in two variables for today. I hope that you sustained your energy from the beginning up to the end. Can we now have a recap of the lesson? Oh, that's great! Can you differentiate linear equations in two variables from linear inequalities in two variables? Yes, these two differs in standard form, verbal phrases, and in its mathematical symbols, characteristics of their graphs, graphical forms, and effects of multiplying or dividing the expressions by a negative integer. Now, what are the steps in graphing linear inequalities in two variables? Very good. There are 6 steps. First, transform the inequality into its slope-intercept form. Second, identify the slope and the y-intercept. Third, locate the slope and y-intercept in the Cartesian plane. Fourth, connect the points through a dashed line or a solid line. Fifth, test points above or below the line. And lastly, shade the region with the test point that satisfies the given inequality. Great job, kids! I think you are ready for a quiz. Kindly open your Module 2 on page 19. Let us answer Assessment Part 1 by 1. I repeat, kindly open your Module 2 on page 19 and let us answer the assessment part 1 by 1. Number 1. Which of the following is a linear inequality in two variables? I repeat, which of the following is a linear inequality in two variables? Letter A, x plus y is equal to 2. Letter B, x plus 5 is greater than 8. Letter C, 3m plus 5n is less than 10. And for letter D, 3q minus 2q is not equal to 6. Number 2. Which of the following inequalities illustrate the sum of x and y is at most 15? I repeat, which of the following inequalities illustrate the sum of x and y is at most 15? Letter A, x plus y is equal to 15. Letter B, x plus 5 is greater than 15. Letter C, x plus y is less than or equal to 15. And letter D, x plus y is greater than or less than 15. Number 3. Which of the following inequality has 5 and 1 as a solution? I repeat, which of the following inequality has the point 5 and 1 as a solution? Letter A, 3x plus y is less than or equal to 3. Letter B, 3x minus y is less than or equal to 3. Letter C, 3x minus y is less than 15. And letter D, 3x plus y is less than or equal to 15. Number 4. For what possible values of x and y will make the inequality 5x plus 3y is greater than 12 true? I repeat, for what possible values of x and y will make the inequality 5x plus 3y is greater than 12 true? Letter A, 0 and 3. Letter B, 3 and negative 1. Letter C, 1 and 1. And letter D, 3 and 0. Number 5. Which of the following inequalities is represented by the given graph? I repeat, which of the following inequalities is represented by the given graph? Letter A, 2x plus 2y is greater than 2. Letter B, 3x plus 2y is less than 2. Letter C, 3x minus 2y is greater than 2. And letter D, 3x minus 2y is less than 2. Let us now check your quiz. Are you all excited? I'm sure you are. Okay, what is your answer for number 1? Very good. Letter C, 3m plus 5n is less than 10. How about number 2? Excellent. The answer is letter C. X plus y is less than or equal to 15. Next, how about number 3? Exactly. It is definitely C. 3x minus y is less than 15. I repeat, 3x minus y is less than 15. Fourth one, what would be the answer? That's right. The answer is letter D. The point or the pair 3 and 0. Last, what is your answer for number 5? Very good. That is C. 3x minus 2y is greater than 2. Good job, kids! It has been a productive day for all of us, my dear grade 8 learners. You know, my dear learners, an end signals a new beginning. I may bid goodbye for now, but I know you are again eager in waiting for the next episode. That ends our episode for today. On behalf of our scriptwriter for today's episode, Ma'am Marifel F. Bautista, and the SDO Isabela RBI production team, this is Teacher Eldridge Janvan C. Layugan, extending our sincerest gratitude to you, dear students, who enthusiastically joined us from the beginning up to the end of this episode. Don't forget to practice the different health protocols while staying at home. Stay tuned for the next episodes. Goodbye!
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
Gustong pagkain ang ating ihain, ang junk food ay iwasan, ng isip ay magkalaman, kumain ng gulay, nang di ka man lupaypay, uminom rin ng gatas, at nang ikaw ay lumakas, la 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 la. Kumain ng sagana, at nang ikaw ay sumigla, kumain ng wasto para isip ay maging listo. Isang paalala mula sa himpilang ito. Ilang buwan nang lumipas, 1,000 oras na kalipas, akala ay natutulog, walang ginagawa sa sulok, mga bata ay excited, kaya modalities ay implemented, para proper education ay mag-get sa SDO Isabela. Walang batang maiiwan, we will learn as one, kasi in education there is fun. Ang SDO Isabela ay handang-handa na sa edukasyon sa bagong normal. Handang isip, handa bukas. Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
Mga tropa, dito sa ilog na lamang natin itapon ang mga basurang ito. Total maaano din naman. Oops, saan nyo yan itatapon mga bata? Itatapon namin sa ilog, tita. Nako, mali ang kaisipang iyan. Ito ay magdudulot ng pagkamatay ng mga isda. Gawin na lamang natin ang reduce, reuse at recycle o 3Rs. Ang basura ay ginagawang kapaki-pakinabang at ito ay mabisang paraan para mabawasan ang basura sa kapaligiran. Kaya tara na, mag 3Rs na. Salamat tita! Ngayon alam na namin ang gagawin sa mga basura para makatulong pa sa kalikasan.
Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.